Good morning, my dear children. How are you all? Very good. Hope you are fine. Today I am going to teach a lesson. The name of the lesson is The Amazing World of Numerical Pattern. Before entering into the class, first of all we will see today's value. Today's value is brush your teeth twice a day. Brush your teeth twice a day. You have to brush your teeth twice a day. One in the morning and the second one at the night. You have to brush your teeth twice a day. Today I am going to teach the amazing world of numerical pattern. This lesson tells us about mathematics is a simple pattern. Before entering into the class, first of all, we will do an interesting activity of mathematics. Now we will do an interesting activity of growing pattern. Now I am going to place one shape. I am going to continue the pattern. See, now I am going to place another shape, and also I am going to place another shape. I am going to place another shape. I am going to place another shape. Here the pattern is growing. The continuous shape is growing. Here I have two squares. Now I am going to place another two squares. Now the pattern is growing. And also I am going to place another square. See, the pattern is growing. Like this, you have to continue the given pattern. Have you understood, children? Here I have two squares, and then I have placed another two squares, and I have placed another two squares, and also I have placed another two squares. Like this, you have to grow the given pattern. Look at the triangle, look at the rectangle. Now I am going to place a circle, and I am going to place another circle. The pattern is growing. Now I am going to place another circle, another circle, another circle. The pattern is growing. I am going to place another circle. Look at the bead. Now I am going to place another bead on the side, and also I am going to place another bead on the other side. Like this, you have to place 4 sides. So the pattern is growing. Now tell me, children, next where I have to place? I have to place the other bead on the other side. See, so first I placed the center bead, next I placed the 4 sides, then I have placed on the upper sides. Now I am going to place the other sides. So here the pattern is growing. Have you understood the pattern, children? Very good. Now I am going to do an interesting activity. Now I am going to do the number pattern. 1 after 2. Next I have to place 2 beads. 2 after. Very good. 3 after 4. 4 after 5. Here the pattern is here. Look at the pattern. Here the pattern is growing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Like this, the pattern is growing. Have you all enjoyed the activity? Very good. Like this, you can also play with maths at your home. Now I am going to read the lesson. Shall we? This lesson will tell you that mathematics is a simple pattern. We need to work with great enthusiasm to understand this pattern. Think critically and reason critically. Read on the see how numbers make our life easier. Mathematics is a subject I just hate, said Sina. Sina said that mathematics is the hardest subject and she hated that. But why? Argued Sunita. But Sunita argued to Sina. Why? Why you hate the subject of mathematics? We need to look at mathematics as a beautiful world of numbers. Sunita said that we need to see the beautiful world of numbers, a wonders world of pattern and a lovely blend. See the meaning for blend? Blend means mixed together or combined of colors and shape. Mathematics is a beautiful world of numbers and wonders of world of pattern and a lovely mixture or a combined of colors and pattern. Mathematics is a simple way. It make our life easier. Numbers are a logical world of shape. Logical means seeming reasonable or sensible. Now, numbers are a logical world of shapes and pattern. Numbers are everywhere. We can see numbers everywhere. In supermarket, we can see numbers in supermarket. We take the weight of the vegetable, fruits, sugar and salt. We take the weight of vegetable, sugar, salt and fruit in supermarket. In movie halls, we look for the number of our seats. So, in movie hall, we can see the number of the seat and in the books too. We can book the movie tickets. We look for page numbers. We can also look for the page numbers. It is also number. Numbers make life easy when we make a booking of our train or flight tickets. So here also number is useful for us. We book the train and flight tickets. Or when we wait in a long queue for our turn to take the cruise on the beaches. So let us see some situations where numbers make it easy to play a fair game. When we count the goals in football match or when we share the sweets among friends, number makes us feel nice about the fair share. So number is very useful for us and it is make our life easier. So here we use numbers in many situations. In this lesson we will see some situations. Let us read the situation. Situation 1. Let us meet our friends in the classmate. Situation 1 is about friends in the classmate. One is Leena and the another one is Seema. What are you trying to do? Seena asked Seema, what are you doing? Try to do. Seema, my birthday is on Friday. Seema said that her birthday is on Friday. I am trying to work out the numbers of chocolates I should buy for my friends and teachers. Seema is trying to count the numbers of chocolates that she should buy for her friends and teachers. Leena, I will help you. Leena said that I will help you. Seema, don't worry. We have 50 teachers in our school. So, Seema and Leena have 50 teachers in their school and 30 students in our class. And they have 30 students in their class. That makes it 80. 50 plus 30, 80. Do you have friends in the next classroom too? Leena asked to Seema that, do you have any friends in the next classroom? Seema said, yes, I have 50 friends. I have 5 friends in the next class. Seema said that she has 5 friends in the next class. I think I should get ready with a box of 85 chocolates. I'm right, Leena. Seema said that we should need to try to get 85 chocolates for your birthday. And he said that, I'm right, Leena. This is a perfect figure. But you should make sure that you give me an extra one for helping you. So Leena said that you have to give me another chocolate for helping you. Situation 1 is in the classroom about Leena and Seema. They have 50 teachers in their school. Number of teachers 50. Number of students. They have 30 number of students in their classroom. So 80. 0, 5 plus 3. 5 after 6, 7, 8. So 80 they have. Number of students in the next class. So there are also 5 students in the next class. See, 80 plus 5, 85. So Leena needed to buy, very good, 85 chocolate for her birthday. Have you understood, children? So she need a box of chocolates 85. So Leena need a box of 85 chocolates for her birthday. Situation 1 is also about mathematics is a simple way. It makes our life easier. We can. So here Seema and Leena counted their chocolate for her birthday. Have you understood, children? See the next situation. Situation 2. This situation is about mom, dad and Nitu. Dad, I think we need to go and buy some new clothes for my cousin's wedding. So the dad is planning to buy some new clothes for his cousin's wedding. Mom, what is your budget? Mom asked to dad, what is your budget? Do you want some grand party wears? Then we can go to the Formula Hall that sells good party wears for a reasonable price. Mom said that if we want grand party wears, we can go for the Formula Mall that we can buy some good party wears for a reasonable price. I have set aside a budget of 10,000 for the wedding. So the dad had set a planned budget of 10,000 for the wedding. This included the train ticket of 3,000 and the gift money of 2,500. I do not want to spend any money for my clothes because uncle gave me a good shirt when he came from the US. So the dad planned have a set aside a budget of 10,000 for the wedding and the train ticket of 3,000 and the gift money 2,500. Then he did not want to buy any new clothes because his uncle bought a new branded t-shirt for him from the US. Mom, I think I have enough sarees that are quite suitable to be worn for the wedding. We need to look for some grass for Nitu and Gitu for Nattu. So they had planned to buy the clothes for their children. Nitu and Naitu, Mom, we are coming with your shopping. We are really excited about uncle's wedding. Mom, you have to solve this problem if you want to come with us for shopping. If dad has 10,000 and he spent 3,000 for train tickets and 2,500 for the gift money, how much money he left for shopping your dresses? So the mom asked his children that you have to solve the problem. Dad has 10,000 money, he spent 3,000 for the train tickets and he spent 2,500 for the gift money. How much money is left for shopping for your dress? Nandu, Mom, this is really simple. Nandu said that this is really simple according to what my teacher told me. The amount that we are spending should be added first. So Nandu said that my teacher told me the amount that we are spending should be added first. For the ticket, 3,000. For the gift, 2,500. Total spent 5,500. Nattu said that we had tickets for 3,000 and we had bought some gift for 2,500 and the money spent for that is 5,500. The money that Papa has 10,000. The money that Papa has 10,000. The money that he has already spent 5,500. The dad spent money for tickets and gift. Total amount 5,500. Money that Papa has 10,000. The money that is left for shopping is 4,500. Nattu, you are a great champion of Nattu, you are a great champion of mathematics. Nitu said that you are a great champion of mathematics. This situation in the family members. Papa has 10,000 rupees for the wedding. For the tickets, he spent 3,000. He spent for the gift 2,500. Total money he spent 5,500. The money that Papa has 10,000. The money that he has already spent for the tickets and gift 5,500. The money that is left for shopping 4,500. So you have to subtract the money from the money that Papa has and spent money for the tickets and gift. You have to subtract the two money. Then finally we got the left money 4,500 for the shopping. Have you understood, children? Situation 3. My grandmother tell me a lot of bedtime stories. She is really fond of teaching numbers using stories. Grandmother is really fond of teaching numbers using stories. She retired as a mathematics teacher and she plays with number patterns. So the grandmother is a retired mathematics teacher and she plays with number pattern. I still remember the way she taught us to apply the multiplication concept using 3 little cats. The grandmother taught how to apply the multiplication concept using 3 little cats. See, once upon a time there lived 3 little cats. The first cat was 5-year-old. The second one was 4-year-old. and the youngest one was 2-year old. The grandmother always taught to them with the story. Here also one story. Once upon a time, there lived how many cats? 3 little cats. The first cat was 5-year-old. The first cat was 5-year-old. The second one was 4-year-old, and the youngest one was 2-year-old. The age of which cat is an odd number. So you have to identify the cat of age is an odd number. Which cat had a odd number age? Shall we see? Look at the next situation. Once upon a time, there lived 3 little cats. The first cat was 5-year-old. The second cat was 4-year-old. The youngest one was 3-year-old. So, the grandmother always taught multiplication concept with stories. Here also we have a story. There lived 3 little cats. The first cat was 5-year-old. The second cat was 4-year-old. The youngest one was 2-year-old. So you have to identify the odd number. The age of the cat is odd number. Which cat has an odd number age? Tell me children, which cat has? Very good. The first one has odd number age. The first cat was 5-year-old. So here 5 is the odd number. So you have to write 5 here. Each little cat wanted to build a house. So the 3 little cat wanted to build a house. The first cat wanted to build a house of wood. The first cat wanted to build a house of wood. The cost of each bundle of wood was 10 rupees. So each bundle of wood has 10 rupees. He needed 5 bundles. So the first cat wanted to build a house of wood. The cost of each bundle of wood was 10 rupees. He needs 5 bundles. The first cat needs 5 bundles of wood. How much money does he need to buy the wood? So you have to calculate how much money does he need to buy the 5 bundle of wood. The cost of 1 bundle 5 rupees. Tell me children, the cost of 1 bundle is 5 rupees. I quickly draw 5 bundles of wood because my teacher told me that it is easy to think of multiplication as repeated addition. So multiplication is nothing but it is repeated addition. So here also his teacher taught him multiplication is a repeated addition. Shall we do the activity? So the first cat has 5-year-old. The first cat was 5-year-old, and the age of cat is an odd number, which is an odd number 5. So it is the first cat was odd number 8. Next, the first cat wanted to build a wood house. So he needed 5 bundles of wood. 1 bundle of cost is 10 rupees. So he quickly draw 5 bundles of wood. Each bundle of cost is 10 rupees. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. So the first cat needed how much money? Yes, very good. He needed 50 rupees to buy 5 bundles of wood. So I have to write 50 here. You need to write 50 here. The first cat wanted 50 rupees to buy the 5 bundles Grandmother's tales always used to take us to the world of patterns and shapes. She used to tell us about the different kinds of operations, addition and subtractions, multiplication and division. She not only told us these stories. The grandmother not only told to the boy the story but made us stories using numbered sentences. As a child, I was good at making up my own stories using a number sentence. I used to be a great storyteller by just looking at these numbered sentences. These sentences using numbers can tell different kinds of stories. Grandma gave me this number sentence and I started telling her the story. So the grandmother always tell the stories to the child. See, I went to the village to my grandmother's house. I saw 9 monkeys on the tree. So she saw 9 monkeys on the tree. They were busy eating some bananas. 3 of their friends from other trees came to take the bananas from them. Now there were 12 monkeys. They started fighting for the bananas. There was a nest on the tree and the mother bird was carefully watching the 3 eggs in the nest. So the mother bird was watching the 3 eggs in the nest. The fight was so bad and the monkeys started running up and down the branches of tree. The mother bird was worried because her 3 eggs in the nest. The monkeys jumped on the branch and most hit the nest. 2 eggs fell from the nest to the ground. 2 eggs fell from the nest to the ground. The ground was a bed of flowers and leaves and so the eggs did not break. The ground was full of flowers and leaves. That is why the eggs did not break. 2 boys who were playing near the tree came running towards the eggs. So the 2 boys who were playing near the tree and they came running up towards the eggs. They picked up the eggs carefully. They picked the 2 eggs carefully and placed them back in the nest. So the 2 boys placed the 2 eggs in the nest. The mother bird looking thank you at the boys. The mother bird thanked the boys because when someone helped us, what we have to do? We have to say thank you to them. Here also the mother bird thanked the 2 boys. Thus, you can see that number statements with just some signs in between can tell you many tales that are interesting. Imagine a world without numbers. All the happenings in this world is countable. So, we have to count everything in the world. Let us take change of all the great values of life that are contributed by this world of number. We need to value them and be honest in our way of life. So we have to count everything in our day-to-day life. Number is important for our life. We have to count everything in our life. We need to value them and be honest in our way of life. We have to be honest in our way of life. So this lesson tells us the importance of mathematics. Mathematics is the easiest way. It helps us to survey the world. Have you understood this lesson? There are 9 monkeys eating some bananas in the tree. So, other 3 monkeys came from other tree, and now 9 plus 3, 12 monkeys are fighting for the bananas in the tree. So, there are 3 eggs in the nest. 2 eggs fell from the nest and they down from the ground. The ground is full of flower beds and the leaves. That is why the eggs did not break. Total 1 egg. 2 eggs fell from the place. Now only 1 egg. The two boys were playing near the tree and they came and helped to keep the 2 eggs in the nest. So 1 plus 2, now 3 boys helped the egg to place it again in the nest. Have you understood the lesson, children? So we have learned in this lesson in 3 situations. One is in the classroom and another one is in the house or in the family, and the third one is how the grandmother taught the concept of multiplication to the child by telling stories. So here we have learned some situational stories in this.
We use them when buying vegetables. We use them to find our seats in a movie hall. We use them to find our seat in an aeroplane and in a train. We also use them to plan things. For example, to find out the number of chocolates to be bought for your birthday celebration. We use numbers to find out how much money you still have, so as to go for shopping. What more? Even our grandparents use numbers to tell us stories. And oh, don't we all love those stories? So you see, numbers are everywhere. We need to value them and be honest in our ways of life.
Now it's time for your home assignment. Complete page number 85 in your textbook. You have to complete page number 85 in your textbook. Write down the keywords, synonyms, antonyms, and past tense in your classwork notebook. So you have to write keywords, synonyms, antonyms, and past tense in your classwork notebook. For this, refer the PDF which is attached with this video. Thank you, children.